Once upon a time, in a forest that sang with the whispers of the wind and the creak of ancient trees, there lived a little bird named Pippin. Pippin was not an ordinary bird. She possessed a voice that could enchant even the most somber-hearted beasts. Her feathers were of a hue that mirrored the early sunrise, a blend of orange and yellow, with flecks of silver that danced as she fluttered from branch to branch. Pippin's favorite spot was a venerable oak tree that towered over all others, providing a panoramic view of the entire woodland realm. From her perch, Pippin would sing her heart out each dawn, her songs resonating through the trees like a heartfelt hymn of gratitude. Despite her beautiful gift, Pippin was a solitary creature. The other birds, while enchanted by her music, often shied away due to her unusual appearance. The extraordinary strength of her voice, which they found both intimidating and awe-inspiring, also contributed to her solitude. One misty morning, as the forest awoke to the gentle caress of the morning sun, a visitor arrived in the form of a wandering fox named Felix. Felix had traveled far, guided by tales of a magical voice that could be heard even beyond the furthest edges of the woodland. "I've come to see if the tales are true," Felix said, his eyes twinkling with curiosity as he glimpsed Pippin amid the leaves. Pippin, who had not had a conversation in a long time, paused her song. "What tales do you speak of?" she asked, her voice as harmonious in speech as it was in song. "They say there's a voice so pure it can lift the heaviest of hearts." "I wanted to hear it for myself," Felix replied. Feeling a flutter of joy at being approached, Pippin sang a song she had never sung before, one laced with the hope of companionship. Her melody wove through the trees, sketching a tapestry of sound that seemed to stop time itself. Felix listened, his heart softening with every note. When her song came to a tender end, Felix looked at Pippin with newfound affection. "I was wrong," he said with a smile. "The tales do not do your song justice. It is a gift the likes of which I have never known." From that day on, Pippin was no longer alone. She and Felix became companions, and their friendship grew like the most splendid of flowers, anchored by the harmony they found in one another. Together, they traversed the forest, sharing their diverse but perfectly matched gestures of friendship. The forest, once filled solely with Pippin's solitary tunes, now echoed with joyous laughter and the sweet symphony of two unlikely friends. Pippin's song had finally found a listener who not only heard its beauty, but valued the deep spirit from which it was sung.